Okay, my name's Amanda. This is my video explaining my Porta-Pack that I would use for play therapy. I have some stuff that's a little bit bigger, so depending on the size of the pack or like if you could stay, quite a variety of things. I have about 8 different categories of toys that I would use. A few from the book, some from the PowerPoints, and then extra that I think would be important to help kids in play therapy. Toys are kind of scattered everywhere, so I might pick up the camera, move around for stuff that's bigger they can't pick up. So the first category of toys is kind of reality role play toys. This is going to be more realistic things like dolls, cash register, like for money, kitchen, and these toys are really good for kids to reenact things that have happened in their life or experiences that they've already gone through. The dolls, they can, put on their experiences with their family members. If money is a problem in the family, they might play at the cash register, like fight over money if a family experiences that. School buses, police cars, all these kind of things that would happen in their life. It's really important that you have, if you're going to have dolls or puppets or toys like that, that you have representation in different color skin tones, just so they feel represented no matter who you're working with, so that just that multicultural aspect. And these are the toys we have for that category. So there's the dolls, all kind of different colors, skin tones, and then a cash register, and then like a kitchen. They could reenact maybe stuff that goes on in the family. The next category would be aggression release toys, and personally, I'm more hesitant to get things that could be like more violent just because I don't think I would handle it well. So I have like a small collection. I just have a few toy guns like this, and they look very unrealistic, so it's not something super bad. And I have a few hammers, and that's just kind of it can teach them to release their anger in a different way, like show them how to act angry without getting too violent. Other suggested things are like boxing gloves, like a punching bag, something like that, so they're not hitting other people, the kind of aggression problem. Let's see, the next one that's really important is the creative expression. This is one of my favorites. It's got stuff like art supplies, like an easel you can draw, write, clay, and I think this one's really good because it's so basic that they have to use their imagination a lot, and it has to be something that they create. So you're going to get something that's really personal and stuff that they have to draw out of themselves. Especially for younger kids, they may have a hard time talking or expressing their feelings that way, so through drawings you can kind of see what's on their mind, what kind of problems they're dealing with, and that's a really good way. Some stuff I have for that are the easel drawing. Obviously, if I have a Porta-Pack, I can't do that much, so I probably wouldn't take that. I would just bring a little bit of Play-Doh, and probably not like the paint stuff, but just like crayons, drawing, some basic paper. Music's also another one. I have drums here. I don't have too many instruments, but instruments, some kids work better through music, so I think that's also an important way to express themselves. And all those are kind of in the book, ones that they think are really important. The next one that was in the PowerPoint slides that I think is important is kind of the soothing nurturing. For some kids that might be a good way to see kind of how they handle that. So examples of that would be like babies, blankets, kind of that nurturing aspect. You could do like a medical kit, so like stethoscope, doctor stuff, kind of like taking care of something. Another one in this category, I think it kind of goes in the creative expression category as well, is the sand tray, which is like the coolest thing, especially for kids who have a really hard time expressing themselves. They can play in the sand and with water, and it's very nature-like, so it's really basic. It's not something that it'll be completely their imagination, and I really like that a lot. For a Porta-Pack, it'd be a little bit harder, a little bit messy, but if you were able to have something like that, I think it's really effective with kids. The stuff I have for that section, just some baby dolls, different colors again, blanket, they can nurture with that. The medical kit has some stethoscope, just some different stuff they could like take care of. You can see how they handle the nurturing. And then I have this sand tray. It's pretty big, so it depends on the Porta-Pack if you could take it or not. So there's that one. And then The next one was construction toys. This is a lot of like blocks, Lincoln Logs, a lot of stuff for kids to create and they can feel like they accomplished something. I think that's also important, and it's very basic as well, so they use a lot of imagination with that, a lot of their hands. Might help to get them talking. Examples I have of this are just right here, just some basic blocks, some Lincoln Logs. Good for kids. The next one I have is scary toys. And I think, I'll show you right here, just a snake, alligator, tiger, and this is kind of just like more predatory animals that you're going to see, or like things that could be scary. It could help represent the kid's fear. You can kind of see where that comes from. And also in the reading I learned that like sexually abused victims go a lot to like predatory items like sharks or something like that, so that could be telling. So I think working with their fears and seeing how they handle that is really important. And then another one is animals, just kind of basic animals like stuffed animals, and that is rather than having dolls or something that's actually human, it kind of gives you a little bit more with the animals. So if they don't want to like say like my mom or my dad, they could expand and have an animal and be a little bit more imaginative. And then the last one I think is really important is fantasy. And that would be things like gloves, masks, suits, something that they could kind of hide behind. So if they were shy or didn't want to share too much, they could kind of put this costume on or a mask and hide behind it so they could feel more comfortable sharing without being so exposed. Another big part is sunglasses. A lot of kids will use like sunglasses like as invisibility to hide behind. So I think that's really important to have for kids. And my examples of those be right here. There's just, you know, a few basic animals they could play with. And then this would be the fantasy, just kind of like cop, firefighter, princess, superhero, sunglasses, you know, just something to make them outside the box. And not feel so exposed in themselves if they are sharing something really personal. And those are the different categories I have for things that might be important during play therapy to really help kids.